Hey, it's Saul Overman. Kind of a rainy day here in Paradise. Kind of locked in here to the Saul Overman Survival Headquarters. Raining pretty steady for about the last 6 hours. Haven't really been able to get out much and do anything. So I thought we'd do some kind of rain test. What we're going to test is, these are the scientific, what do they call these? Scientific Industries Quick Wicks. Done a test on these before in dry weather. I thought I'd do one now that it's raining. It's made in Canada. They consist of a little wax cup with a wick with wood shavings in the cup that have been saturated with wax. And a couple of little shavings will fall out every now and then, but it's actually pretty solid and they transport pretty well. I've done some tests on these before. They actually burn pretty ferociously. I'm not going to burn up that nice one here and just waste it. I've got one that I've started and put out that I'm going to take out in the rain there and light off, and we'll see what it'll do. And I'll come back in and zoom in on it. Make sure I got a lighter on me. All right. I think that this product will do okay. It's driving rain pretty good out there, and it's not pouring, but it's a pretty steady, hard rain going out there. Let me zoom in, see if we can get it. It is staying lit. It seems like it's kind of advancing a little slower than it usually does. They take off pretty fast. But it's not, if you're using these in a wet, rainy situation out in the woods, you'd have that, somewhat protected underneath the, whatever fire you were trying to start, underneath the logs and stuff, or whatever fire you were trying to lit off. Yeah, I can definitely see that let me take the camera and show it out the door. I'm going to keep it from getting wet. You can definitely see that, try to get closer to the window, that'll work. It's taken off, but it is going a little slower than. Usually by now the foot would be about a foot high off, the flame would be about a foot high off of that. But it seems to be still increasing. I'm sure the rain's hitting all over it. It does seem to still be increasing just a little slower than normal. We'll watch it for a little bit. In still weather, when it's not really windy, in dry conditions, I've lit these things off, and after a few minutes I'll actually shoot a flame about 2 foot off of the top of it. You can see a real bright flame. You can see it for a long ways away. They say you can use these as road flares. Still cooking away. They burn for quite a while too. They burn for about 10 minutes. A lot of wax soaked into it there. They're not real easy to put out once they get started. You can flip them over though and put them out. Flip them over on a rock or a can or something. Probably snuff them with an empty canned food type can, veggie can. Still cooking out there, and that's directly exposed to a pretty hard rain. I'm going to zoom out a little bit and show you how hard it's really raining here. I don't know if you can still really see it. The raindrops hitting out there. Yeah, I think there you can a little bit. See them hitting the deck. That's pretty good performance from a really simple product. They're pretty cheap. I've got them before in the Scientific Utilities. That's the name of the company. Scientific Utilities Survival Kits. I bought a bunch of those at a closeout. They've got a variety of items in them. We've done a review on them before. This batch of them, I bought them as a standalone package at a Kmart that was going out of business. I bought some of the boxes that have 4 of them in it. They're definitely worth packing. I mean, they're a little heavy and bulky. Slip in a plastic bag individually or something, and they are worth carrying because of their just incredible performance for fire starting. And don't take much to get them lit, just like a candle. They have a little candle wick in them, so it was pretty windy out there when I lit that. I just lit it with a stick lighter cupped in my hand, a Ranger 5000, and things still going good. I definitely think that the rain probably the wind too, is suppressing the performance of it a little bit to keep it from really shooting a high flame off of it. Although, you know, now that flame straightens out, and it's actually blowing about a foot off of there. Yeah, see, it's running pretty high now. It's a pretty good product, pretty simple. It's definitely something that you could make yourself pretty easily. You can find those wax cups, or just use cupcake cups, a bunch of wood shavings in it, and then just pour wax on it and stick a wick in the middle of it. And truthfully, you probably could do without the wick. Just light off a piece of the wood chips. Wick probably helps it start a little easier. Yeah, still just cooking away there, right out there in the driving rain. Alright, well, that's a quick video here about all we can do on a day like this. And we'll say thanks for watching. This is Saul Overman. Goodbye.